If you ever struggled with yellow paints, you are in the right place. I will show you how to paint with yellow, clean and bright. Hi friends, I am Olga Koelsch and welcome back to my studio. In the previous lesson we explored a little bit yellow color. Today I suggest that we will practice a little bit with yellow painting. I will use lemon yellow, Gamboge hue and cadmium orange. The goal of this painting, of this exercise, will be to train your vision to create this larger value scale for yellows. My main color will be Gamboge. I will also need lemon yellow as our lightest part of the yellows. I will start to paint in Daffodile with the middle part. So with the tip of the brush, I just map out the future element, something like this. Usually it is darker than the petals. And now to paint the petals, there will be top petals on the sun and bottom petals in the dark. So the petals on the sun, they will be the lightest, and therefore I switch to my lemon yellow. I dilute it a lot, and with the tip of the brush I will start to paint very light, very diluted, even leaving a little bit of space of white paper for most contrast. One petal, tip of the brush, another petal, and with the second brush or the same brush, you can already mix them with your yellow, with your basic yellow. It's Gamboge in my case, it can be cadmium yellow, doesn't matter what you have as a second yellow in your palettes, and you can add already some shades, and suddenly we get nice contrast. Now let's paint the third petal. Basically, I paint now pretty loose and easy, basically arranging my brush strokes in the shape of the petal, and I try to leave some white areas. Let's place some sunshine. The more they move into the shade, the darker should be our petals, the more shade they have. So I add my Gamboge yellow. Now we are going to paint 3 other petals, basically in the bottom. Therefore, I just dilute my Gamboge yellow, my, so to say, darker yellow, and I will start to paint the bottom petals with it. I will change my brush. The more we are in the bottom of the flower, the fewer white areas you can leave, like this. And you can even grab very bold mix right from your box, from your pens or from your tube if you squeezed, and place bold mix on the diluted mix. That will also increase the darkness of yellow. And now let's paint the other petal. For the other petal, I create much bolder mix, and I paint it basically without white spots. In there. And now we will have one, so to say, hidden small petal. Don't worry that it is no contrast between. We will add a little bit of orange here. So we just need to show that there is actually one more petal in there inside. Now I think it's time to add a little bit of orange. As I said, it's very important to remember what main color of your object. And in our case, the main color is yellow. So when we mix colors, the amount of the other color of orange should be minimal. So it would not change dramatically your flower. Now I would like to make this middle part a little bit more on the orange side. And if you would like just to paint daffodils, not for training but for yourself, you can start to paint the middle right with the orange hue. Add some waviness to this part, like this. And now with the same mix, it's a little bit of orange, cadmium orange. You can add more shades in the very bottom part of your daffodil. But be careful, otherwise if you add too much of orange or earthy tones, your daffodil might turn into something with very autumn feeling, which we do not really need for these spring flowers. And now, while your flower is almost dry, upper petals are almost dry, you can create a little bit of mix, relatively bold mix of yellow, and with the tip of the brush you can add some details, tiny little details like middle vein. It's already feel a little bit too dark, right? Surprisingly. So maybe I will mix again lemon yellow and Gamboge yellow, and to make it more natural, very subtle details, subtle contrasts. So it's important to remember which petal on the top. If this is on the top, this will be shade on this part. So let's add a little bit of shades. And of course, the more you move towards the bottom, the darker mixes you need, dark and bolder mixes you need for those details. And to have fun, because we need a stem, and as we explore in yellow color, let's paint stem using yellow and black mixes. I hope that will become one of your favorite mixes for painting when you need some olive green. Now we have nice mix, black and yellow, and we imagine how the stem grows, and then we paint a stem. And now with the help of black color, we actually got very nice, fresh, green color for daffodils. We can also add some brush strokes to imitate greenery. I see that we lost contrast here. I would like to dry my brush with a paper towel and lift a little bit. I lift up the color here, and that create again nice contrast, nice volume in the petals. You always do it with clean and damp brush. So you go along the middle vein or some important part and lift up the color. Of course, you can try to play around and add either mixes with purple for the contrast or with blacks. Just a small little hint of mix with purple, just to, so to say, divide this middle element from the petals. You can add a little bit more of details onto your daffodil, check that you have nice details around. I would like to add one more orange stroke, brush stroke, because I think it will create nice idea of the middle part and some details inside. Our daffodil is ready. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope it was easy and fun, and I hope you feel more confident with painting yellow flowers. Please let me know in comments what would you like to paint next, what color would you like to explore, and see you next time.